Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going over 10 things that I do every week that helps my sanity and also helps my wallet. So let's get right into it. Okay, the first one is I shop sales for groceries every week. I do shop every week. I specifically look at the different ads in my area. I generally go to Albertsons. We have a place called Roth's here. It's more of a high-end grocery store. It is an experience, let me tell you. The store is beautiful. Their produce department is immaculate. Oh, it's amazing. I love that store. But I don't shop there other than when they have sales. And they have to be really good sales. Because I know if I go in there, it's a beautiful store. I'm probably going to buy something that isn't necessarily on my list. So I go to Winco, Albertsons, and Roth's. And I do that every week. And if there's enough to get me in the store, right? If there isn't enough sales to get me in the store, I'm not coming in. So that's what I mean. I shop sales every single week. Granted, I also buy things that we need, but I specifically am targeting those things, right? Because if I have them now, then I don't have to keep buying them at the higher price. I don't want to pay full price for anything. So the second thing is I check my bank account every single week. So we get paid every week. When the deposit goes in, I basically do my checkbook is what I call it. I pay any bills. I make sure what the bank says and what I say are the same, because that has happened to me before where the bank and I disagreed on what I should have or what I shouldn't have. I've had more and I've had less. And so it's important to know. And then also, if there's any crazy charges, you're seeing it and you're doing it, before it gets out of hand, like not looking at it more than maybe once a month. If you are doing it every week, you're pretty, chances are you're going to find something really quickly and be able to remedy the situation before it's a situation. So the next one is we eat at home. We do eat out twice a month, but on a weekly basis. Well, sometimes we'll eat out 3 times a month. Just depends. But as a general rule, it's twice a month. So we eat at home all the time, for the most part. My husband, he takes his lunch every morning. He also takes his coffee every morning. He is a huge coffee drinker. And so we get his coffee pot ready to go. And then in the morning, he makes his mocha and he's out the door. So that's another thing we do, is eating at home is so important, because we have had the experience of eating out a lot and it was insanity. I mean, insane. That's for another video though. Okay, so the next one is I fill my car whether I need it or not. And you might be thinking, what the heck does that have to do with anything, right? The reason I do this is because if I have to go somewhere unexpectedly, I have to go a couple miles or, a couple hours down the road or whatever. I don't want to get into my car and realize, oh, before I can leave for an emergency, I have to put gas in it. No, that just stresses me out. There's no way. I'm not doing that. And the other thing it does is if I don't run out of gas, then I don't need a tow truck, right? And I don't have to call somebody to bring me gas or sit alone on the freeway because I don't have any gas. Yeah, it's just avoiding it. These are things not only to save money, but also to save your total insanity. Or your sanity, not your insanity. Okay, so the next one is keeping the kitchen tidy and the dishes done. The reason for that is because I am not going to come into a dirty kitchen and start making dinner. I don't know of anybody who can just do that, right? If my kitchen was destroyed, I mean, it gets that way. We all have that. I have to clean it up before I can cook. My counters need to be cleaned off. I need to have a good workspace, right? And if I can keep my counters cleaned off, all of that, then I have workspace, right? And it's much more inviting. So The next one is making my own cleaners instead of buying a million things at the store that all have different purposes and whatever. I just make my own. Mostly, and that's another, I mean, you can Google this. I make like an all-purpose cleaner, and it's water, Dawn, and some essential oils. That's it. And I use that, that's my multi-purpose spray. I use that for the counters. I use it for the floor, just about everything. And so just Google it. There's a ton of recipes, and chances are you have all of the things already in your house, more than likely. And if you do need to buy anything, all the things you might need are pretty cheap. Baking soda, vinegar, that kind of thing. Okay, the next one is, another thing I do is I refill different items in the house, and I do this on a weekly basis most of the time. I will do like the salt and pepper shakers. I'll make sure that there's toilet paper in every bathroom. I will make sure that I've got enough laundry soap for the week when I'm doing laundry, right? I just make sure that things are refilled. If I'm using the sugar, I make note of what how much is left. Do I have any backup? Do I need to put on the grocery list? That's another thing, is a grocery list. We keep one on the fridge. You'll see it right here, right there. We keep one on the fridge, and then every week I take that, I'll add a few things to it that, we didn't know right offhand that we needed or whatever. I'll go through the fridge, but everybody writes on that grocery list. And that saves us a ton of time and a ton of money by not having to go back to the grocery store to get one thing. And chances are you're probably going to spend more than just the one thing you went in there for, right? And the other thing is as a general rule, I try to make my house where I want to be the most, like a place where I don't have to escape from. That also saves your sanity and your money, because you're not always trying to go somewhere, right? You're not always trying to get away from your house because it's stressful. You can't function. It's filthy. Your kitchen's dirty. You never have clean dishes. You're always looking for your laundry. All of that kind of stuff. That's a whole video on its own. But I do that because I don't like stressful situations. Also, stress a lot of times makes us want to purchase something. We are always trying to purchase something to fix our issues. And 9 times out of 10, it is nothing to do with purchasing anything. Purchasing more items is not going to make your house organized, right? I heard somebody say that it's not the potion, it's the motion, right? Good example of this. So I started doing exercises in the morning. I did not buy any exercise outfits, no sports bras, no shoes, no nothing. I've honestly been doing it all in my pajamas. And guess what? It works exactly the same. I'm doing it at home. Obviously, I wouldn't wear my pajamas to the gym, but I'm doing it at home, and I get the same exact workout without all of the gear. So I made sure that before I purchased anything, that I was going to stick to this. I've been doing it for 2 months now, and I finally bought some sports bras. So it's just something to think about. We are always trying to buy our way out of situations, and we can't. We just have to do the thing, with or without the fancy gadgets, right? Anyway, that's all I had, guys. So let me know in the comments what you think about some of the things, what you do on a weekly basis that helps you out through the week and helps your wallet. And I would love to know. I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.